Okay, you're live.
Well, that's good.
Most
Not
likely,
alive, you're live. I don't know about the alive. So.
mostly I'm dead. Hello, folks. Welcome to our weekly town meeting. One selectman, Mr. Stacy, is feeling ill. So, Mr. Maycomber and myself will be representing the town, along with our town clerk and administrative assistant. Not much on the agenda this week, folks. It's been a quiet time. But we'll start with, as usual, with our town clerk and his report.
Okay, not a whole lot on my report either, but we've got a whole bunch of calls on the south side of town yesterday and today. A couple of people left messages and people have called today. And, it almost seems like the contractors are not going out until the storm has stopped. I'm not sure if that's the case. That's speculation on my part, but bottom line is there are roads that are not being plowed. They are certainly not getting out there when they're supposed to. Now my recollection is they're supposed to plow when there's 2 inches on the road, or 3 inches, or
2 inches, I
2
believe.
inches. And that doesn't mean when it gets to be 2 inches, but then the storm has to stop. That means when it gets to be 2 inches, you gotta get out there and plow.
And if it's really heavy snow, it's going to be 3 inches by the time the plow gets there. So I
Right,
don't
but
know.
it's not gonna be 8 inches.
No.
And unplowed
Yeah.
until the storm stops, which
no,
is
that's
what a
not.
number of people said today. So I think that needs to be clarified with the contractor, and
Are we talking well, basically south or north?
Yeah.
South. Okay.
south side. Yep. Okay, let's see, get down to anything interesting really. The taxes, we had some small payments, so I think we went from 90.6% to 90.8%, something to that effect. One more account paid off their 2019 taxes, and we did have another account pay, I think, half of what they owed, so that's getting better. Foreclosure notices will go out early next month. And let's see, without having my calendar in front of me, I believe the foreclosure date is March. No, I don't even want to say it because people may hear it and go with that. It's in March, best I can tell you right now. I'm going to go with my 2 question marks towards the bottom. Any progress on the mill?
No.
And do we know why not?
The mill, because the lawyers are still discussing
Okay.
how to proceed.
Are they actually discussing? Or
Well,
is it
I
just
don't
sitting on
know.
the
That's
back
the
burner?
last word I've
We
had.
hope so.
Okay.
And the, really the 3 things that are, Reed Lane is still in the court system.
Yeah,
We haven't had no determination on that.
yeah.
And the Stanley Building is still being discussed by attorneys
Okay.
as to foreclosure and that type of thing.
Yeah, okay.
And Jesse was going to talk to the Cram Road people. I know Jesse Winters did about the trucks and the
Oh,
heavy
okay.
trucks and that
Yeah.
type of thing.
Mhm.
And I think Jesse Stacy was also going to get down there and see
Okay.
what was going on, so.
Okay, good. One of
Those
the
are-
interested parties did come in and look through the file today. There may be some more communication on that shortly, I don't know. So that's really it from me.
A quiet week.
Yeah, short week. And there's no Monday to
That's true.
formulate a whole bunch of other things.
And when Friday has disappeared.
That's right, yeah.
All righty. Oh, thank you, Dave. We approved the notes from last week's meeting. And reviewed the bills that are paid this week and are going to be paid next week. There were some ads in the shopping guide concerning site walks and that type of thing. So those will be paid. The CEO did report that since there's the state has called the smell of marijuana a nuisance, and he's looking into that. 2 or 3 people have called about the smell, and he's working with the 2 growers involved to make sure they have the proper filters installed. So now there's a little teeth to that, and the town can do something to ensure that the smell is minimized. New York County and Animal Control, we had those reports last week. The planning board, there is a planning board meeting tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the town office to review the 2 site walk plans, public hearings. The site walks being on the road between the ponds, which was last Saturday, I believe, and the building next to the Stanley Building. So that will be the planning board meeting for tomorrow. Harvey is going to be looking at these, we said before, contacting members for the comprehensive committee.
Prior members, that is. Prior members.
Prior members and people who want to join, new members too.
Good.
So we have the solar update. This is the solar farm that the town has agreed for energy company to put in down by the old box shop. There'll be a site walk there on Thursday. We're not sure of the time yet. Harvey, you got anything on the time?
I haven't heard yet, but I will follow it through and see if I can.
I'm assuming it's just to go over, I don't know what. We asked for an update and they came back with a site walk, so we'll
This is
see
the
what's going on.
second one within the past 2 weeks, so,
Hopefully that's showing some activity.
yes.
Is the site walk part of any approval process
No,
for the town?
no,
No.
it was part of their, I think, looking for vendors to proceed with the grounds tree growth, tree removal and stumps, and
Okay.
if I can
Can I-
catch up with them, I'll find out something
Yeah.
that
Okay.
will help.
Can I just ask that you not use the word site walk, because that
Well, that's the
has
term that,
specific meaning?
Yeah.
I understand, that's what's on here.
that's what she used, so.
Okay.
A visit.
Yeah,
Visit,
yeah.
okay, site
The
visit.
vendor is asking other vendors to come in. I don't know what the right words are, but
Sidewalk.
that may be, but that.
I understand, there could be some
different
confusion,
connotations.
yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Sockopee Rescue, we talked a little bit about this last week. There's more coming up, I'm sure, in the next couple of months. There'll be more information going out to all 4 towns, or certainly to Parsonsfield, because we'll write it if it isn't written, concerning the projected cost of the upgraded service and how they plan to handle the hours for a second ambulance. They're talking right now 30 hours a week for the second ambulance and obviously 24/7 for the first ambulance. But that costs money. One of the things that precipitated this was the surrounding towns were providing an excessive amount of mutual aid for Parsonsfield. And Parsonsfield, really, we couldn't handle our own business, so kind of difficult to help somebody else out. So this is more to bring Parsonsfield up to speed to be handled a reasonable percentage of our calls. The problem is, of course, it's going to cost us money. We're not sure exactly how much, but there'll be an increase in our budget for rescue, and most likely there'll be a town information meeting and a special town meeting to approve the additional funds. We want to try and get our budget in line with the rescue's budget, which works on the end of March, is when the other towns have their town meetings, and they're a calendar year, and we're sort of a fiscal year. So there's a 6 months difference there, and we want to try and reconcile that, because we approve things now that are 6 months old. So we're always trying to catch up and make sure that we're giving rescue the amount that they require. So will be going on in the probably next 2 or 3 months. There has to be a new contract written for all 4 towns to sign. There is currently no contract. I don't think there's been a written contract 5 or 6 years now, maybe longer, because the 4 towns couldn't agree and it just died. And as David mentioned, we had a number of complaints on the road and the plowing. We're looking into each of them and getting information back from the people responsible for each sector, the north sector and the south sector. The north section, the south section, obviously, not obviously, but had the most problems. And we'll be working with those people to hopefully resolve the problems. This was a very unusual snowstorm, as any of you who tried to shovel it or move it found out. And combination of the very wet snow, ice, rain caused problems. So hopefully we can alleviate some of those problems if they occur again in the future. Cram Road seems to have been a hot spot, so to speak, or of not being plowed properly or frequently enough. So, as I said, we'll be working with the contractor to improve his performance. Updates, we really, I don't know, I don't have any update per se. We're working on ways to distribute our money that we receive from the federal government. Harvey's working, well, Harvey can tell you what he's working on. I'm working on trying to increase our coverage with Spectrum so that more than 230 people can have cable if they wish it. I'm breaking the town like into 3 areas and giving Spectrum the potential number of houses in each area and letting them work out with their formula they have how many cable hookups they think they'd get in, how much it'd cost us to do that. I was going to ask Dave, you know, I'm working from the 911 list that you gave me. Do you know how many people, houses that represents? Can you get me a total number? I mean, I have the list all
Yeah.
18 pages, but there's no total at the end or anything.
Let me have the list while you're talking.
Okay.
Thanks.
So, that's it for me. Harvey, you got any?
Well, I think I'm going to attend a EMS board meeting on Thursday night just to see how they're doing and what their building looks like and get a feel for it a little bit. And see if they're progressing on anything that might pertain to each town, or at least our town. And Secaucus Road, the solar project, hopefully is underway, or should be this spring at least. Get some more information on that. In the comprehensive committee, I've been weighing the idea that this COVID is slowing things down and whether or not people will attend the meetings, which would make it a little bit more difficult to do if they don't. So I'm going to get in touch with them to see how they feel about it. If we have to put it off for another month, I don't think that would hurt us at all, but let's see how people feel about it. That's about it for me, I guess. Try to stay warm.
Thanks, sir.
Your list of addresses there has 1,284 on it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all, that's mailing addresses. 911.
Those aren't either of those,
This is,
because I can't give you 911 addresses. Those are just addresses, properties that have addresses.
okay.
There are a few, and very few, that are parts of subdivisions that were numbered because of the dictated location of driveways.
Okay.
But in general, those are residences. They may be year-round, they may be part-time.
But, okay,
Yeah.
the residents, that's the key.
Yeah.
Well, it's not empty
or
lots.
businesses,
Right, no, that's okay. It's not
Okay.
empty lots. I don't want to, that was the whole point.
except for those few that I just mentioned.
Right, right, okay.
Mhm. Yep.
All righty. Mr. Wright in the background,
Yes,
patiently writing,
I am.
or impatiently writing, whatever. You have anything, Jeff, you want to?
Yeah, just a reminder that the salt in the salt shed is not to be used by residents.
I'm sorry, the who?
The salt at the salt shed
Yeah.
is not to be used for personal use. The salt-
Well, up to a 5-gallon bucket.
Not the salt.
Not the salt.
Well, right, I'm sorry, right, the sand, right.
Sand,
Okay,
Sand and salt mix.
And the sand is already mixed.
yeah.
There is a sign, but anyways,
People don't read sometimes.
sometimes. And it's a comprehensive plan. Can that go on Zoom?
Say that again, though.
Comprehensive plan. Can Can you Zoom that meeting? For some people that don't want to come to,
I don't have any plans for doing it.
okay, just a question.
Yeah,
I don't even know if our capability is there to do it, Jeff.
Okay.
We have the capability.
We can do it if we,
Well, yeah, but you need somebody to do it,
yeah.
and
okay.
I didn't volunteer yet.
Oh, okay, all right, well, it's a thought.
And it's also up to the, I think might be up to the
Committee.
committee to decide whether they want to do it too. We'll bring it up to them, Jeff, see if they,
Okay.
what they might want to do.
Just a thought for those that can't make it.
Okay, folks, well, we didn't bore you for too long today. About 18 minutes of boredom. But thank you very much for listening. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.